Dr. India Woods here. As a veterinarian, I demand a lot of my scrubs on the job. That's why I show up in figs. Figs are made for the sometimes crazy situations I find myself in. It doesn't matter if I have to squat, sit, bend, or even chase after one of my patients. Figs moves with me and keeps me comfortable in the highest pressure situations. Figs gives me one less thing to worry about. Get 15% off your first order by visiting wearfigs.com and use code FIGSRX at checkout. That's wearfigs.com, code FIGSRX.
Let's be honest. Most of us have some questionable habits when it comes to our sleep. Even folks who know better. Yes, including yours truly. After all this time working in the field of sleep medicine, even I can slip into patterns that sabotage precious rest. What makes it tricky is that those habits often feel harmless or even helpful in the moment, but trust me, they can derail your sleep quality faster than you can imagine. So today, I want to shine a gentle light on some of the biggest culprits. And if you spot yourself in these examples, don't beat yourself up. Instead, take it as an invitation to course correct. Your body and your mind will thank you with deeper, more restorative sleep. I'm Jay, and this is Somnilopod. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I am so grateful that you are taking a little bit of your time to spend it with me. And hopefully I am going to give you some information that can help you sleep a little bit better. I'm talking about some of the culprits that can affect our sleep quality very quickly. I've got 6 things to go through. And the first one is something that I'm sure that you have heard before. It's late night screen time. And this one is practically become the anthem of modern life. Winding down with a phone, a tablet, or a TV show in bed. It feels cozy, even comforting after a long day. The problem is your brain can't tell the difference between the blue light from your device and the bright midday sun. Exposure to blue light in the evening suppresses melatonin, the hormone that tells your brain it's time to sleep. And that means that instead of drifting off peacefully, your mind stays alert and your natural sleep rhythm gets thrown out of whack. Even worse, the content you're consuming matters. Doom scrolling through stressful news, and who hasn't done that a time or two? I'm guilty. Or getting sucked into a high-stakes Netflix drama. It pumps up your adrenaline. Now, your nervous system is on high alert when it should be winding down. A simple rule: try to power down those screens at least 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Some people may need even longer, so adjust the amount of time, play with it until you find your sweet spot. Replace them with something softer, maybe reading a physical book, gently stretching, or even some quiet journaling. Our next culprit has to do with erratic bedtimes and wake times. So, as a reminder, your body loves rhythm. Your internal clock, called the circadian rhythm, it thrives on predictability. Going to bed at wildly different times each night, or sleeping in for hours on the weekend, it's like constantly forcing your body to hop time zones. And pretty soon, your brain doesn't know when it's supposed to be awake or asleep. And that leads to inconsistent sleep quality, more nighttime wake-ups, and daytime fatigue. If you do one thing for your sleep, let it be this: wake up at the same time every day, even on the weekends. This anchors your rhythm, and over time, it becomes easier to fall asleep and wake up naturally. Our next culprit, you've heard before as well: caffeine. Oh, I love caffeine. And I love a good cup of coffee just as much as anyone. But caffeine is a tricky guest. It can linger in your system for 6 to 8 hours or more, depending upon your metabolism. Some people are just really sensitive to stimulants like this. So that afternoon latte, it might still be whispering "stay awake" to your brain long after you've turned the lights out. If you struggle to fall asleep, try cutting off caffeine by early afternoon, sometimes even earlier. And remember, caffeine isn't just in coffee. It hides in foods, it hides in tea, it hides in chocolate, energy drinks, and even some pain relievers. Now, speaking of beverages, I also like to have an adult beverage on occasion. This includes alcohol. And a nightcap might help you drift off a little bit faster, but alcohol actually fragments your sleep. It suppresses REM or REM sleep. That's the dream stage, critical for emotional processing and memory consolidation and such. And it increases chances you'll wake up during the night. And that's why even if you clock a full 8 hours after drinking, you often feel groggy and unrefreshed. If restful sleep is your goal, keep alcohol moderate and avoid it in the last couple of hours before bed. Something else to avoid before bed would be eating heavy or spicy meals late at night. A big plate of pasta or spicy tacos at 9 o'clock might satisfy a craving, but your digestive system doesn't appreciate the overtime. Eating too close to bedtime can cause reflux, bloating, or general discomfort that makes quality sleep harder to achieve. So aim to finish large meals at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. If you're genuinely hungry later, opt for a small, easily digestible snack, something like a banana or a handful of almonds or peanut butter and crackers, things like that. One other thing that is really disruptive to our sleep quality is bringing things to bed that do not need to be in the bed. For example, bringing work and the stress of work to your bed. And it's a huge one, especially in our hyper-connected world. Checking emails, paying bills, or making tomorrow's to-do list while you're under the covers teaches your brain that bed is a place for stress and productivity, not rest. Over time, this can create a powerful mental link between your bed and wakefulness. So instead, try to keep the bedroom a sanctuary for sleep and intimacy only. Do your planning and worrying and sorting elsewhere. Then come to bed with a clear mind. And when it comes to sleep, our daily habits are the building blocks. A good night's sleep, I've always said, starts in the morning. So, unfortunately, the wrong habits can tear down your sleep quality faster than you think, sometimes in just a few nights. There is good news. Your body has an incredible capacity to bounce back. By being a little more mindful about your evening routines, you can drastically improve how quickly you fall asleep, how deeply you stay asleep, and how refreshed you feel in the morning. If you recognize yourself in some of these habits, don't panic, like I said. Just pick one or two small changes and start. Over time, the adjustments will become like second nature. I hope this has been helpful for you. I really do appreciate that you have spent some time with me. Do try to follow me on Facebook and what's Twitter now? Twitter is X now. I haven't quite gotten into that change yet, but Instagram is always there, so you can follow me there as well. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions for future episodes, please email me at j@somnilopod.com. Otherwise, until we meet again, please try to make sure that you're making sleep a priority. Thanks so much.